Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we were on the planet of Nephron, getting ready to take down another Cerberus base. However, before we do, in between episodes, I realised I missed something. Right around here, I think. When I'm editing these episodes and I arrive on a planet, I will go to Google Images and just type in the name. That way I can have a look at the completed map. And I noticed that both here and on Age Binium, I actually missed mineral deposits. So I do want to head back to Age Binium. And let's try and be smart about this. Let's not flip the Mako. Also, something else I discovered in between episodes. I do apologise. I do apologise for all the times I've said, you know, who is Cerberus? We haven't learned anything about them. I recently went back and rewatched Admiral Kahoku's message that he sends to Shepard on the Normandy saying what he's discovered about Cerberus. I had completely forgotten that message. Not that he sent a message, but I couldn't remember what he said in it. And come on, up. No, that wasn't what I wanted. It's shift. There we go. Small boost. If I get out, no, you're not. I need to get closer, apparently. Let me back in. Aha! Let me just get up to there. There we go.
En route.
Lovely jubbly. Now then, you are coming with me. A yoink, heavy metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a deposit of platinum. Lovely. But yes, I had completely forgotten what Admiral Kahoku said, and he actually told us who Cerberus was in that message. So I do apologise for all the times I've said, you know, who are they? Like, what's going on with that? They're a rogue alliance Black Ops group. Oh shit. Oh shit. Not around. Way. Careful. Don't flip. Don't flip. Okay, I think we nailed it. I think we nailed it. But yes, Admiral Kahoku says that they are a rogue alliance Black Ops group. Now, for a while, I've been saying that depending on who they are, that will affect whether or not Naomi trusts the Alliance. And knowing that they are an Alliance Black Ops group, yes, they've gone rogue, but they were with the Alliance originally. Here's the thing, you could always make the point of like, oh, but they were Cerberus by the time a coup happens. Except they weren't. They weren't because of what Admiral Hackett says. I think we actually have a pretty decent timeline of how things went down with Cerberus. Because when the group arrived on a coup, they had to be with the Alliance. Because we were told they were there doing an Alliance research project. So when they set up on a coup, Cerberus was still part of the Alliance. Where's the door? Where is door? There is door. Let's park nearby. You know what? I'ma just pause here because I don't know what's waiting for me within. We know that when Cerberus arrived on a coup, they were still with the Alliance because that's what Admiral Hackett tells us, that they were Alliance scientists doing a classified research project for the Alliance. So when they were on a coup, they were still part of the Alliance. They did the whole Threshamore experiment, It caused them to go crazy. They attacked the Pioneer team. By they, I'm talking about the Threshermoors. Naomi's unit arrives. She's the only survivor, at least that's what the Alliance believes. Now, at that stage, the Alliance had to have realised, hold up, didn't we send some people to Akuz and weren't they doing a research project? Because if you're trying to claim, oh yeah, they were a part of the Alliance, but the Alliance never knew. The Alliance never knew what was going on Akuz. Then you are also saying the Alliance is full of idiots. If you are claiming that the Alliance never knew what happened on Akuz, then you are also claiming that the Alliance is run by people who are profoundly stupid. Because it seems common sense to me, like, hold up, this terrible tragedy happened on Akuz, and there was also that research team that we sent to Akuz. Do you think maybe we should check up on them to see if they're okay and if maybe they had any involvement? And that is common sense to me. Even if you don't immediately jump to they were involved, they should at least think we should check up on them because they were nearby that location. They were on the same planet. If you're trying to claim the Alliance never knew anything, then you were also claiming the Alliance is run by buffoons. So just keep that in mind. The Alliance had to have checked, at which point the group's like, oh yeah, we've done this experiment. We set the Threshermoors on the Pioneer team. We did that. We also had them destroy the Marines who came to check out what happened to the Pioneer team. The Alliance clearly said, guys, you can't be fucking doing that. What the shit, guys? No, cut it out, cut it out. What do you mean, cut it out, John? What do you mean? We've got all this great data, and you have a sole survivor who's now, oh, look at how tough we are. She survived Threshermoors and shit. Like, you have a really great story there. That's amazing press that she survived all of this. Why aren't you all happy? Because you can't be killing pioneers and soldiers. You can't be doing that. Oh, y'all are so ungrateful. Y'all are so ungrateful and you don't understand our work. We're gonna go make our own group with blackjack and hookers. And that's how Cerberus formed. Because by the time Tombs was being experimented on, they were Cerberus. They were no longer with the Alliance. And as we know, the Alliance then classified those research documents. Why would they classify them if they didn't think there was something shady going on there? The Alliance may not have known beforehand just what those scientists were going to do on Akuz, but they sure as shit knew afterwards. They sure as shit knew afterwards, and rather than make reparations, rather than sit Naomi down and say, listen, this was a giant cock-up. Yes, we are opening ourselves up to a lawsuit here by telling you all this. However, we are hoping that we can make reparations, we can make you whole. We are so incredibly sorry for what you suffered on our watch whilst you were working for us. You were risking your life for us, and we were the ones trying to kill you inadvertently. We are so sorry about that. Let us make this right. Rather than doing that, they instead were like, oh yeah, what a tragedy. Classify that shit. Classify that shit. Like, everyone is corrupt. Everyone is corrupt. Now that I know that they were a rogue Black Ops unit that originated within the Alliance, they didn't even try to make it right. The Alliance didn't even try to fix their mistake. Instead, they just covered it up. Naomi would have absolutely no trust in the Alliance. I think she still trusts members of the Alliance. I was gonna say, is Kaiden or Ashley here? No. I think she trusts Kaiden and Ashley because it would make no sense for them to have had anything to do with that. I think she wants to trust Captain Anderson because she views him as almost like a surrogate father figure. She really trusts him. And I think to some extent she also trusts Admiral Hackett because if he had known what he was revealing, he wouldn't have contacted her. His mistake there was not realizing that there was some cover-up going on. If he had been in on it, he would never have gotten in contact with her. And so that speaks to his innocence. However, that the Alliance was involved there. Not at the time. It may have been after the fact, but they could have made reparations. They could have made reparations, and they didn't. Because it was politically inconvenient. I mean, hell, if they didn't want to admit it to the world, that's fair, but they could have admitted it to Naomi and made her sign some kind of non-disclosure agreement. They could have done something like that, and instead they were just like, nah, Let's just let her have that survivor guilt, because why not? Also, I was told... Oh, thank you kindly. Oh my god. So Sophia in the comments said that Asari wear human armor. Here's the thing, on one hand, because look at this. Look at this. This is shit. So on one hand, I'm really glad that I can get Liara some better armor. This seems like really bad design, though. This seems like really bad design to me. I mean, it says human. It says human, and with Quarian armor, it says Quarian. With Krogan, it says Krogan. With Taurian, it says Taurian, etc., etc. I just dinged my mic there. I do apologize if you heard that. It makes sense, then, that there would be Asari armor. I think it would look clumsier, but I think it would have made more sense if it said light armor, human / Asari. That is bad design. That is bad design, and I am miffed. You can have a second think. Hello? Oh, hello. What is this? I mean, yeah, sure, why not, but... Have all of these? I was about to say! That's not a thing on all of them. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Also, you know what? Pull out your gun. This is not the gun I want. Where is my pistol? There is my pistol. There we go. Old Faithful.
You must die.
Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we are gonna do. You do an overload. And if you could do a lift. Phil, do you wanna... sir, no, I don't like you being this close. No, thank you. Hi there. No, you're someone else who can piss off, please. And you have one of them. You do an... No, not that. Immunity, there we go. It's been a few days since I last recorded this, so my apologies. My apologies if my shooting is all over the place. So is there someone... Okay, that's Liara. Is there... That's Garrus. We're fine. We're fine. We're right. Nah, you can die. Oh, hello. You're right there, love. You're rather close, but fuck it, why not? Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. What is happening? Where? Hi there. Madam. Madam, what are you doing? What is happening? Hello? You're right. It's fine. Everything is fine. No, you don't. And one of these, if you please. And... Girl. There we go. Just two of you left. Hello? Are we playing hide and seek?
You must die.
What? Where the hell are you? Where the hell are you? Oh, hello. You're right. Alright. Where's lift? There we go. And also one of these. There we go. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Is there someone here? Hello? Hello? Where? Oh, you're stuck in the wall. That was a mercy killing. That was...
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
That poor bugger! Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. What an unfortunate place for you to spawn in. Okay, either way we are done. Doesn't look like there's any loot in here. So let's see, what have we got? Yeah, it's not telling me what that is, so you know what, let's head the opposite way. Let's see what's through here. Yeah, this looks like a rec room to me. Yeah, places to sleep. I'm not entirely sure what kind of facility this was. Lovely. And you? Oh, why? Yes! Oh, I thought we weren't going to get that. And you lots of loot for me today. Thank you kindly. The game is treating me. The game is saying, I realise you haven't been back to me for a little while, so here, let me treat you. Yoink. And what do you have for me? Lovely. Okay. Alrighty then, and what do we have through here? Again, this doesn't really tell me what they were studying here. We have the terminal. That's Garrus. Okay. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. The optical database is flashing itself. Quickly, you copy as many files as you can to your hard suit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Archive files. Okay, that just opens and closes it. Alright then. Was that... Okay, yeah. So I guess there isn't any kind of follow-up there. We've destroyed the facility. We've taken their files. I guess that's it. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, now... Here's the thing, this doesn't make it any better. Now that I've remembered what Admiral Kahoku said about Cerberus, this doesn't make it any better. The Alliance absolutely knew what happened on Aku's after the fact, and they didn't try to make reparations. They didn't try to make it right. Instead, they covered it up, and they allowed Naomi to suffer. Naomi, who gave so much of herself to do the Alliance's work. To, you know, work for them and make them proud and this, that, and the other, and they fucked her over. And I just don't think she can trust the Alliance after this. It's done. It's over. If it had been a case of they didn't know anything about it and they had tried to make things right, then maybe Naomi could be like, okay, we can put that in the past and we can move forwards. But they never tried to make it right. They never tried to make reparations. And for that, nah. Absolutely not. Okay, now.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're going to want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who the hell are you?
Who are you, and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Ooh.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
That makes sense.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
Oh. What do we know about the Shadow Broker? We know that Barla Von worked for him, her, or them. Because I seem to remember Barla Von saying that no one knows who the Shadow Broker's true identity is, and he believed that it was a group of people. It wasn't one person with all of this information. It was a group. But aside from that, I don't think we know anything else about them. I mean, here's the thing. If they have feelers all across the galaxy, all across the known universe, then them noticing, oh, there's a lot of Cerberus activity in the Voyager cluster, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Shadow Broker is working for Cerberus. It just means they have contacts everywhere. That being said, we have also seen that all the planets that Cerberus seems to operate on, it mentions in that planet's codex entry that the extranet says there's nothing of interest on that planet. All of the planets are designed to sound really boring and already explored. The feeling I get about this organization is that they are a neutral third party. Anyone can come to them for information and they'll give it. I'm drawn to what's in it for me. Here's the thing, I don't think that Naomi necessarily cares that that's treason. Treason against who? The Alliance? Fuck the Alliance. The Alliance betrayed her when she was at her lowest. I mean, in a way, but for the Shadow Broker giving information to Kahoku, then Naomi would have never learned the truth. She would never have learned that the Alliance were inadvertently behind a coup, because Cerberus was a part of the Alliance when they did a coup, making the Alliance responsible. She would never have learned that. She would never have learned where those bases were. She would never have shut them down. I do think she is inclined to work with these people, but not for free.
Your deal died with Kahoku. Why should I help you?
The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. No secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you gonna do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
This could be someone looking to work with Cerberus or emulate their tests. I mean, if it is, then we'll hear about it eventually and then we can go fuck them up. I'm drawn to this just to spite the Alliance. You betrayed me, so I'm not gonna give it to you because fuck you. How do I know that you're not gonna repeat those experiments yourself? How do I know? They were a part of you originally. Presumably, they did plenty of experiments that you were okay with. It was only when a pioneer team and a whole boatload of Marines got murked, and that created a lot of publicity, the risk of that, you know, of those experiments being exposed. Because here's the thing, you could always say like, oh, the Alliance, they were concerned about the pioneer team, they were concerned about the pioneer team, they were concerned about the Marines. Why didn't they make reparations then? If they were so concerned for the well-being of those affected, why did they have no concern for Naomi? I think it's far more likely that the Alliance said, okay, you've been doing these experiments, we're getting some really interesting information back. However, this one, it created too much publicity, therefore you have to tone it down. But for all of this publicity, we wouldn't necessarily be having a go at you, but you've done something big and loud now. And for that reason, we are having a go at you. I personally feel like it's far more likely that that is what happened. That they did a load of experiments, the Alliance was okay with it, they did the Threshamore one, and it attracted a whole load of media attention, and the Alliance said, oh, we can't be having that. We can't be having that. And the scientists got really pissed off that their jobs were being harassed, trifled with, and they went off on their own. So yeah, I think to spite the Alliance, Naomi would give the information to the Shadow Broker, as long as she's being paid.
I'll transmit the files.
I knew you were a reasonable woman, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
The Alliance has a new enemy. Her name is Naomi Shepard. She's gonna take them all down if I can. Yeah, that's Nephron. I'm just double checking that there is nothing in these asteroid belts, because there tends to be. There tends to be stuff in here. I guess not then, okay. Alrighty then, I want to say H-Binium was in Amazon? Yep, right there. I know I don't technically need to go grab this mineral, but there might be achievement. There might be an achievement for getting all of the minerals in the game, so I don't want to miss out. Now then, it should be somewhere over here, I believe. Boost it. The Cerberus side quests were really interesting. I really enjoyed them. Not just because, you know, of the reveal that, like, hey, this species that we introduced as being extinct, yet not quite so extinct. Here's one of them. And a bunch of little baby ones. Like, it was interesting from that regard. However, to be honest, I completely expected Naomi to be this very loyal, like, I love the Alliance loves me, I would never betray them, I would never think badly of them, blah blah blah. Like, I always pictured her as being extremely loyal to the Alliance. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, it's somewhere over there. We just have to get up this hill. It. But yeah, I couldn't imagine her coming to the conclusion that, you know what, the Alliance are dicks, fuck them. I genuinely couldn't imagine that. And so because of those missions, you know, something completely unexpected in my mind has happened for Naomi's character development. There goes my timer. This episode is going to end when I get the last thing. Okay, no, let's... Maybe there's a slope around this way. But yeah, thanks to those quests, Naomi has developed in a completely different way than I expected, and that's the thing I love about role-playing. You can imagine a character, in so many different ways, but based on what the game throws at you, they might develop in completely different ways. And I really enjoy that. Because I don't like to plan out things that my characters will do. That kind of takes all the joy out of role-playing for me. I want to see what the characters would do, not what I would do. I have no interest in playing as me. I play as me every single day of my life. I want to be someone different when I'm playing video games. So I don't like planning out, okay, so for this quest, this is how Naomi will react. And for this quest, this is how Naomi will react. Admittedly, I can't really do that because this is a blind Let's Play, but you know, I could come up with certain scenarios like, oh, a crew member betrays her, here's how she'll react. I don't like doing that. I really don't like doing that. I prefer to think about things as and when they come up. See how I feel in that moment when I'm kind of embodying Naomi, rather than when I'm thinking as myself, if that makes any kind of sense. Admittedly, when you talk about role-playing, you do sound a wee bit mental. Like, let's not lie, let's not... You know, you do sound a little bit crazy when you're using both I and we, but you're talking about a fictional character. Like, I'm well aware that Naomi doesn't exist. I am well aware that Naomi does not exist beyond the confines of my mind and the game, but she... You know, she's kind of real to me. Not real like I can see and speak to her, but... She's there in my brain, just occupying certain parts of me. Yeah, I think we should be able to get to the mineral deposit from here, or at least I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Just small boosts, so we don't fall down the cliff. There you are. No, wait, that's not where you at. That is... I think that's where the probe was. What, you're around here somewhere. Where? Don't fall. Don't fall. We fell. Oh, but it may have come in handy. That may not have been the worst outcome. Are you gonna let me get out? No? Okay. Even ground. Even terrain. How about that?
Heading out.
Way. Move your legs, girl. Light metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of beryllium. Lovely. Excellent. And you know what? Before we head back, let's see. Ooh, Kaiden, you have nothing. Let's go with that. And let's improve stasis. Why not? And Rex, buddy, you can have... and some of that. There we go. Okay. Okie doke, and I am going to bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, more exploring, more side questing, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.